Hello everyone, welcome to another tarot reading. So I'm going to use the Modern Witch today. I've been after this deck for ages. I got this for myself for my birthday on Wednesday, like a little present to me, and I'll be using the Moonology deck as well. So I'm going to do a career and finance reading, like a sort of empowering reading. And in a diva reading, whether you're male or female. And I thought what I'd do as well, on the whole career and finance and businessy type vein, I've been making jewellery lately then, for the first time in a long time. And so I thought you could pick a set of earrings, and it'd be a good way of showing you my earrings at the same time, what I've been doing. So for the first pile, option, you've got Swarovski crystal earrings, made by me. Well, you can see them. And then you've got, for the second, option 2, is Amethyst and Swarovski crystal earrings. And for option 3, Moonstone and Sterle and silver earrings. They're all still silver. I'm getting back into making them. I haven't done them for ages and ages. So I just made these few. I thought it'd be like a fun way to show you what I've been up to, and for you also to pick your piles. You've got option 1, Swarovski and Sterle and silver. Still getting used to the webcam. Option 2, Amethyst, Swarovski and Sterle and silver. They're all gemstones, gemstone jewellery. And option 3 is Moonstone and Sterle and silver. And I made my logo myself, which I'm dead proud of. There we go. I'm going to miss that, yeah. Still getting used to this webcam. I'll pause the video, have a think about your career and finance, or any business endeavours that you want to undertake, which is why I thought the earrings would be relevant, because this is going to be something I'm going to do again. I think I'm going to try and do, see how it goes. So choose your earrings, and let's get started on the piles. I have to remember them now, which ones I'm doing. Okay, so if you chose option 1, my super sparkly, or the super sparkly Swarovski crystal and Sterle and silver earrings, I shall get to it. This is your reading pile 1. So I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot for the first time. I've been after this deck for a long while. And it was my birthday on Wednesday. So I decided to buy myself it as a little present for myself. Which you've got to do sometime, don't you? So pile 1. I'll straight away there, but I haven't shuffled for you yet. Okay, they're a bit stiff, these cards are, so I might be able to do my usual little split the deck and shuffle thing. But on the bright side, the table isn't wobbling. I'm back on the little home office that I work in with my day job. Anyway, here goes pile 1. What do pile 1 need to know about the career, business and finances, please? Career, business and finance reading for pile 1, please. Oh, thank you. Okay, so straight away you've got, things have been a bit difficult for you lately, pile 1. 5 of Pentacles. With the 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups so far. Oh, thank you. The Page of Cups wants to go up right. 10 of Cups. Further advice for pile 1, please, Spirit. Thank you. 5 of Wands, okay. That's what I've got so far. So you've got the 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. Page of Cups. 10 Ten of Cups. I've got the Five of Wands as well, which is entering into future energies now. I'll get a few more in a minute. So you've had a bit of a difficult time lately in the recent past, Five of Pentacles. Financially speaking, you've had a bit of a hard time. You haven't had very much in the way of resources or opportunities. You've had a bit of a difficult time. You found opportunities and solace in your friendship. So you've got good friends around you, or good networking. You've got a good network around you. So you may be seeking opportunities through them. You've got a good network of people. Your emotional life and your relationship life is actually very good. I've got the Page of Cups and the Ten of Cups here as well. So your emotional life is actually doing okay. You're fulfilled emotionally, you've got plenty of friends, and you did attempt to make use of your network as well. So these aren't just, I'm not just getting friendship from this card, I'm also getting business networking as well. Like people that you know that might know of openings or might have jobs themselves and help you out. You've got some successful people in your friend group who may have been able to help you. I think you've tried to make use of that network. So that's kind of in your recent past, because that's where these cards are talking to me. As you go into the future energies, you've got like some challenges. You've got the Five of Wands there, you see. I'm going to just get the card. What's that? Card escaped. Yeah, Nine of Wands. You've got a little bit of a challenge in the near future, because I had the Six of Pentacles, which felt to me like someone kind of given to you from on high, you know, like, so it wasn't like resources of your own. You were kind of like needing help from somebody else, like an authority figure, kind of, you know, just giving you kind of like crumbs almost. I don't know, it just feels a bit. So in the near future, you've got some competition, conflict, maybe other people vying for the same thing as you, and you're going to feel a bit like a wounded warrior. You're going to feel a bit like you're sticking to it, you know. So as you go into the near future, this is what you're going to be coming up against. You're going to have a little bit of a challenging time as you find your path forward out of this situation where you've had a hard time in the past. I feel like things have improved since the Five of Pentacles, but you've still got this like little sort of rocky road to go down almost. It's a bit of a difficult. You've got some challenges to overcome. Further advice of Part 1, please, following the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands. Thank you. Oh, this might be a... Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, you're not in the Queen of Pentacles energy just yet. She's reversed. But you have got the Nine of Pentacles. They're saying you'll never be a Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why. That's a bit negative, spirit. What the hell? Hang on, what did it tell me here? Okay, they're not saying you'll never be one, right? What they're saying is you'll limit yourself. I'm looking at this card, all I heard when I saw that was you'll never be a Queen of Pentacles. I'm like, why? What? You know? You limit yourself, you keep yourself stuck in this like little energy here. Like in your comfort zone, but almost like an insular kind of self-focused energy, right? Where you're kind of okay in your own little box, but you don't want to kind of go out there and... I just said speculate to accumulate. One of my spirit guides just said, or spirit around me just said that. You're not quite the businesswoman. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, when she sets up a business or does something, it's like in service to other people, but she also gets from it as well. It's like as if you don't want to put yourself out there in that way, or you don't want to put yourself out. So there might be a part of you that's a bit like, not selfish, but more, but kind of like insular, like afraid to give, or afraid to put yourself out there in the way an entrepreneur would, or a business person would. Because it's in service when you go into a business, or even when you're working, it's service. But it's almost like you're trying to limit your service. It's like as if you just want to do the bare minimum to keep yourself comfortable. But you're not really thinking about how you can truly expand and go out there and be of service to other people as well in a bigger way. And do this. So do a bit more than the bare minimum, if you know what I mean. It's not intended to be calling you out or anything like that, but it's sort of like spirit like saying to me to tell you that you're actually limiting yourself by limiting your level of service to other people and to the world. You're limiting your own potential, your own growth. Because you can't just do the bare minimum, do you know what I mean? You can't just like go and do your job and come home, whatever. Or you can expand upon that. And so they're asking you to maybe consider being a little bit more ambitious, not just for your sake, but also for the sake of people that you might potentially serve as well. So I think you've got a lot of untapped potential, a lot of untapped ambition. They've just said untapped ambition. And a lot of untapped potential that you're not using. Because you're kind of in like a little comfort zone. It's like, well, as long as you've got enough, like you're okay. You're not really thinking about what you can do to do more. Do you know what I mean? Because you're contributing to other people as well as getting more, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to word it, but like, the more you do, the more you achieve in life, or the more you go out there, the more in service you are to other people as well. So ambition isn't just about you, it's also about what you can offer to the world and the service that you can give to the world as well. That's kind of what they're trying to say to me. You know, you're not going to be a Queen of Pentacles unless you come out of this kind of self-centered energy almost. It's not self-centered in a nasty way. It's just self-contained in a kind of, well, I'm alright, I've got enough, I've got what I need, I'll stop here. And they're saying, well, you've got a lot of untapped ability that you can go out there and be more of service, you can do more. So don't stay in that little comfort zone of, I'm alright here, you know. You've got untapped ambition, that's what they're saying to me. But you're going to have a bit of a rocky road in the near future as you go forward. Oh, thank you. There may be a nice of ones involved in your life. There's going to be a young masculine coming in. Who's involved with your career, but he'll also be a friend as well. But he's a bit flighty. He might be younger than you. Might be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. But he also has to embody those energies. So he's going to be relevant. He's coming in. He's in your energy. He's on his way in the very near future. He might be in sales or something like that. Salesperson or something. I don't know. Something about sales marketing. He's coming towards you. So he's going to help you in some ways, a positive influence. But he's also quite like, not superficial, but just a bit flighty, you know. He's young and kind of full of energy. Yeah, they're asking you not to leave the relationships that you've got at the minute as well, because you've got some really good ones. So you've got an Ace of Cups reversed and an Ace of Cups. So this is, I'm trying to get in front of the webcam. This is acknowledging the relationships that you've got in your life at the minute. So don't lose them, you know, hang on to them, value them. They're really important. So don't do anything to kind of walk away from them or lose them, you know, cherish them, they're saying. So keep hold of them, because your emotional life is actually pretty good. You've got loads of cups in this reading. But it's about your life and your relationships in general, what you've got around you, which is really, really good. It's just your career that's a bit. Tell me more about the untapped potential, please, Spirit, about the career in terms of the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me what they need to know about that. How can they tap into the potential? What do they need to do next? What does Pile 1 need to do next, please, Spirit? Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Pentacles, thank you very much. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Oh god, there's too many cards, that is right there. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles, Spirit. What does Pile 1 need to know about that? Get out the oh, there we go. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to juggle. You need to juggle two different things. If you're going to do it, let's say, two Pentacles. You need to juggle two different things. It's about balance as well. It's also the idea that, you know, you can't just do sort of one thing. If you want to get something off the ground or want to do something, you've got to kind of juggle your life a little bit. You know, so it's a bit like, you know, if you're taking evening classes while you're working, or you're working on a little business idea when you're not at work and during the day, you know. I suppose like what I'm doing now, where I'm doing the tarot readings, where I work from. You know, I've got like my little day job, and then I've got, you know, this. So yeah, the Two of Pentacles is about needing to juggle. I feel as though you're already doing that with something in your life, though. It's possible that you're thinking it's too much. I feel like this is already you know. The Two of Pentacles. You're already juggling. You might have children, you might have kids as well. And so you're already feeling like you're juggling a great deal. And so, let's see. You already feel like you're juggling. I just saw the 10 of Wands then as well, so you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed in your life. And yeah, it's just come out there, see. I saw it and then it popped itself out as I mentioned it. Yeah, you're feeling overwhelmed in your life. You're feeling kind of like, and that's why you're in the 9 of Pentacles energy. I asked them to clarify those cards for me. That's why you're not able to get to that Queen of Pentacles upright, because you're feeling overwhelmed in your own life already. I feel as though it's children responsibilities. I'm feeling children very strongly in this pile, if that resonates with you. But you just feel like you already feel like you're doing enough, and that's what it is with you. You feel unable to reach the Queen of Pentacles energy at the moment. The Devil, yeah, you're feeling a bit trapped, maybe a bit stuck. How can pile 1 get out of this energy, please? What can they do in their life? I mean, I suppose being aware of that and having it acknowledged, is one step. How can pile 1 get out of this energy and start to move towards what they want to do? Okay, 4 of Pentacles, possibly, right there. I'm going to split it again. How can pile 1 get out of the energy and move towards the Queen of Pentacles? Being more positive, being positive. You might be down in some sort of relationship as well. I saw the 3 of Swords before, so overcoming a heartbreak of some kind. The Sun reversed, and then it says I wanted to go upright. You got the Sun card. Unless you're a little bit too kind of positive, where you're glossing over things and saying everything's fine when it isn't, you're not admitting to it. That might be the Sun reverse, because it kind of came out like that first and I wasn't sure which way it wanted to go up. You may also still be thinking about the King of Wands. Or it could be a fire sign, doesn't have to do with someone who's like this, who embodies these energies. Could be a man in your life or a man from the past who you're still thinking about. Maybe getting distracted by that. Yeah, let's get some clarification there. They're throwing out the Devil at me, hang on. Right, they're throwing these at me. Okay, so you've got the Devil. You've got the King of Swords. Some of you have dealt with the King of Swords and he's had a really negative impact on you. Not getting a good vibe from him at all. 7 of Pentacles. You've been trying to figure out what to do next. 8 of Pentacles. You have been working hard already. Like I said before, you have been working hard. It isn't like you haven't been. And the 4 of Swords. You just want to rest deep down. So, yeah, you've been through a bit of a difficult time. You're quite stuck. And I'm seeing like men in your life if you're a feminine. I'm feeling strong masculine energy, but like, whoever embodies the feminine or the masculine. So the King of Swords is giving you a bit of a hard time. Some of you might be dealing with the King of Swords. But you've been putting the work in generally and just feeling really tired and exhausted and feeling like you have to defend yourself as well. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck there. You're fending off things constantly. You're constantly battling and fending things off. So you've had a really hard time, like sort of focusing on your ambition and focusing on your career and getting to that Queen of Pentacles energy. And you're gonna have a little bit of a rocky road in the beginning as you move into the future. You're gonna be encountering some opposition and some tests. But what comes after the rocky road, please, Spirit? What's coming after? The King of Cups is wanting to jump out here. Using more positive energy than the others were. A renewal of passion and ambition. Ace of Wands. Upright. You can't see it right now. It was upside down first, and I felt like it was obscuring itself. It's hiding from you. You can't see it yet. You're gonna be feeling like this, or this energy's gonna come in. You're gonna get this. There'll be a new beginning, new opportunities. So in the future, how does the future of career and finance look for Power 1, please, Spirit? Future career and finance of Power 1, please, Spirit. still defending yourself. I think maybe you benefit from some therapy or counselling actually. Because I think maybe your self-confidence is quite low and maybe you feel like you've got to constantly defend yourself to other people or, you know, explain yourself. Future in the career and finance for pile 1, please. So once we've got past the 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups. I think you're going to have a positive outcome and you're going to find something that works for you. You're going to find an arrangement that works as the emotions again. I think you will find something. You qualify the 2 of Cups, please. Thank you. The Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot's clarifying the 2 of Cups and it's in reverse. Could be saying to stay where you are for the time being and heal. There's a love relationship that you're not over. And it's like you're not healing from it. There's some sort of emotional situation you need to get past first. Because you're going to experience some challenges in the near future, you know, in terms of finding something. I think you need to get some support, and according to these cards, maybe an Emperor involved. I'm seeing all these masculine energies as if like there's been a man that's caused you some problems, or a masculine energy, masculine figure. So what's the ultimate advice of pile 1, please, Spirit? Is it to do with 8 of Wands? Don't message just yet. You're lacking in confidence, you feel like you're not being heard. This is me insular pile. You're very insular. A bit dark in here, isn't it? I'll put the light on. Move the candle over. Oh, candles. I don't even know if that's like heat proof though. Might be a bad place to put the candle given I'm there. Nerves have been there. Oh, that was alright then as well. Anyway. It's kind of piled up, like it's whether to candle. Whether to put it there or not. It's a bit lighter, isn't it? I don't know, whatever. The energy I'm getting from you is for pile 1. I'm trying to sort of put it into words. You're all chained up. You're not even sure if you want to work because you've got so many responsibilities at home. And your relationships as well. You're very emotional. And you're very sort of like homebody-ish. And I suppose like you don't really want a career as such, or you're not that ambitious in terms of career and finance. In a way, you're more like homebodies, you know, like sort of emotions and relationships and children and that kind of thing. But just pick up where you okay. Death card. I feel like you don't really want to do it, death cards. It's like it would bring about a complete transformation of your life. But you just want to sort of figure out how to make things a little bit better for yourself financially. So I feel as though in this pile, you don't really want that much. You don't really want to do much in terms of your career or your ambitions. You're very homebody-ish. You've got the Death card and the Judgment there as well, which are pretty major. So how can pile 1 improve the situation going forward? What's the next step for pile 1? In general, in their life, what's the next step for pile 1? How can they improve things or take the life a notch higher, you know, step it up, improve in whatever area they want to? What's the next level of their life, please? The next level of pile 1's life. Yeah, you're very emotionally focused, pile 1. You're very kind of emotionally home and relationship focused. So you might have been like the sort of housewives of old, you know, even if you're male. Because there are house men as well. House husbands, there are men who love being in their home and doing all the domestic stuff as well. You know, you don't even get that now, like. Some men are house husbands, quite happy. Any advice for pile 1, please, Spirit? Or do you want me to split and shuffle the deck again? my other side exactly where I'm going. Hang on a minute. I've got my other side here. Okay, so pile 1. Let's shuffle this. I haven't really about that candle right now. Especially all these cards flying around. I just thought the lamp would be too harsh. Advice to pile 1, please, but here we go. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're advising you to wait. Wait and stay as you are, you know. But I think maybe there's some emotional assistance that you want. Advice for pile. You've got options. Create advice for pile 1, please. Continue as you are along the current path. You know, don't force yourself into a job or career situation that you don't want just yet. You know, even if, like, you know, I think you've come out of the worst of it. I think the 5 of Pentacles is in the recent past. I think you're having a really hard time recently. You've come out of the worst of it. And they're saying, you know, keep on going on your path. You're good enough as you are. Don't force yourself to have all this mad ambition if you haven't got it or you don't want it. Because I think, as I say, you're the emotional homebody type, so you don't really want to, like, you know, you're not sort of massively big on making loads of money or entrepreneurship, and like, you're not really, that's the impression I'm getting anyway. I'm just saying, just carry on as you are, continue to move forward on your path, be okay with who you are, and maybe consider thinking about how the relationships with these masculines that have come up have affected you, and continue to be who you are. I think that's what they're saying, continue on. Don't force yourself into a situation you don't want to be in. So it could be that you've got some pressure at the minute, maybe, to, you know, improve your finances or move your career forward or something like that. You're feeling a bit of pressure. And they're saying, just continue as you are. You know, don't make any sudden movements, don't do anything yet. Don't force yourself into a box that you don't fit into. That's what they're saying. So if you came to this reading wondering what to do, if you're feeling like pressured into a career, or you're feeling pressured into something that you don't want to do, or a job that you don't want to do, or you feel like maybe you should, or, you know, maybe that's how you were feeling when you came to this pile. Like, you know, why aren't I that ambitious? Why don't I want to do it? Why do I prefer to be at home with my children, or, you know, whatever. So I feel as though that's kind of like you. And Spirit are basically saying it's okay to be that way. Don't force yourself into anything. You don't need to be the Queen of Pentacles if you don't want to be. You know, if you're okay being the 9 of Pentacles, then that's okay. That's what they're kind of saying. You know, and just to continue as you are, and you are juggling a lot enough already. You know, the 2 of Pentacles, you already are kind of, you're feeling torn between 2 different places, 2 different directions, I feel. And I think that's like the 2 options, you know, whether to stay as you are or to become this big kind of career person, which I don't think you really are deep down, and you don't particularly want to be. So you're feeling a bit torn, you're being given an option, and you're feeling torn between your home life and your emotional side and your relationships, which you value, you've got, are good, and the world outside, and being this big sort of, maybe you should pursue a career, you should kind of, you know, be more ambitious, or, you know, you're feeling like you should be, and Spirit is saying you don't need to be, you're okay as you are, just continue as you are on the path that you're on. You have the 2 of Wands, which is like just continue, you know, surveying your horizons kind of thing, continue to go forward. You had this card before, ask for advice from the other deck. So this is you at the moment. That resonates with you. Just feel the energy of it, connect with the energy of it. And so that's kind of what they're saying, you know, you're okay as you are, continue as you are. Don't jump into something just because you feel pressure to do it. Don't jump into a career, or a job, or a path, or a financial goal just because you feel pressured to do it. You feel like you should. Especially in the 21st century, you know, if you're a woman with children, you want to stay at home with them, and, you know, and you feel as if you should be a career girl or something, you know, when maybe you just don't want it, it's not something new. I feel so that's this pile, really. You know, maybe you're feeling pressure to take a job, or, you know, follow a path that you don't really want, or, you know, and they're kind of saying, you know, stay where you are. That's where you're happy, where your heart is. Stay where, you know, they're telling you to stay where you are. They're saying to you, you know, you're good enough as you are. Stay where you are. Just continue on as you are. You know, your path is your path, kind of thing, and it has value. And that's what they're saying. So, I'll get a final card for you from the Modern Witch deck before I go on to the Moonology reading for you. My final card for pile got the sun. Yeah, the sun's coming out in your life. There's no need to have a false positivity about yourself either. There's no need to be positive if you don't want to be. It's like what they're saying. You know, there's no need to be positive if you don't want to be. I got that really strongly from that card then. You know, you're feeling a bit like this at the minute, you can surrender and chill out, just be yourself. Be you, be who you are. Yeah, there's no need to be positive if you don't want to be. That's what I hear when I looked at that card. Dead strongly. You don't need to be little Miss Happy, you know, kind of, you know. I hope that made sense, pal. What I mean, like, you know, it was unusual because normally like these videos, like, yeah, you know, go out and do this and do that, and it's just like, well, no, you don't really want to, but that's perfectly okay as well. I'm just gonna get the Moonology so I can get some advice for you from that. So we've got advice for pile 1 from even the Moonology deck. A bit dark in there, isn't it? Got some lights behind me, but like, it's not mega bright, but they're like nice that way, they're kind of subdued. I'm going to experiment with the lamp. I think it's going to be too bright. It's not even in. Oh, I know, I unboxed it, didn't I? Never mind. I know what it is. It's going to be dark. Got my phone torch. Over there. My lighting issues, honestly. I'm still getting this set up in this little office because it's I work on it during the day, so it's a bit lighter, isn't it? We haven't got the same fire risk as we have with the candle, which I'm not going to promptly put over here. Yay, that's good, isn't it? That works. Okay, right, that'll do. Okay. So we've got, as you can tell, my background isn't my best. I've got like a sparkly throw like behind me because there's a coat rack, like a coat hanger. I'm such an amateur right now, honestly. Like, just bear with me, I'll improve things, I promise. Okay, so I've got the Moonology now, so I'm going to give you some advice, pal. This has been a 32-minute reading. God knows what I've been blabbering around about. It's always the way though with the new deck, like when I'm getting used to it as well and connecting with it. Okay, so, ooh, hang on, we've got a card here for you. Right there. Got a couple of cards for you. Okay, possibly that one as well. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, you're always worrying about your loved ones, New Moon and Cancer. Cancer's the card at the home, the sign of the home. You worry a lot about your family. This is a family card, it's reversed. So although, like, you know, technically you're not supposed to read reversals, but I do because they give me an idea of what they want to tell me. So, you know, you're always worrying about your loved ones being safe. You're very, very concerned about your family, so that's confirming that, really. And it's time to release negativity. Full moon on Scorpio. So, well, we said, like, you know, don't be positive unless you have to be. Don't feel the need to be positive. They're also saying to not worry so much as well. So any negativity that you've got, or any worries that you've got, you know, feel free to release them. Because I think you have got a bit of a pessimism about you as well. And you're a bit like, well, I don't want to be Pollyanna, you know, that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, I don't feel like prosperity is all that important to you, to be honest. You like your freedom, you like nothing being set in stone, literally. You like to be able to just kind of, like, go with the flow almost, just go with your life and just kind of, you know, you don't really want to sort of, you know, be stuck anywhere, or, you know, you don't really meditate either, you're very practical. So if you don't already meditate, maybe you could try it, but you're not really into that. To tell me about you. Prosperity lies ahead reversed, yeah. I don't think you're really into that. I don't think, you know, you value your family and your relationships and your emotions more. And you just, like, sort of, you know, do the work that you have to do, and then that's it. You know, while you might have had financial issues in the past, or you might not be the most well-off person in the world, I think you're just quite content with sort of what you've got, really. You're not particularly ambitious. And that's your path, and Spirit has said it's okay. He gave me the 2 of Wands. He said just continue on that path. That's who you are. And it's okay to be who you are if that's what you feel. If you do, you know, if you feel pressured into a particular career path, or you should be, you know, the saying, don't feel pressured, just be who you are. You're okay as you are. That's what they're trying to say. So that's the upshot of this reading, really, part 1. One more card from Moonology before I wrap this up, because it's been 35 minutes. God knows. I know I'm scouse and I can talk, I know, but like, it's getting a little bit silly when it's like 35 minutes. Communication is key. You're really quiet. Step out of your comfort zone. Your dreams, yeah. So you actually don't communicate very much. You're a little bit quiet and insular. So you're sort of like, you know, you're a bit of a hermit as well. You're very, very quiet, keep to yourself. Almost like a wallflower energy I'm sort of getting for you. But if you do want to go forward with things, you would need to step out of your comfort zone and develop a practical plan for your dreams. If you want to do anything else, if you do decide to pursue something, this is what you need to do. You need to step out your comfort zone and create a practical plan for your dreams, whatever dreams you've got. So in the future, if you do decide to do something, this is what you need to do. This is your action plan. Okay, so I hope that helped pile 1. I hope I helped clarify something for you. If you came to the reading wondering if you should, you know, sort of force yourself to do something that maybe you don't want to do, then Spirit's saying, just be you, be yourself, you're perfectly okay. Don't force yourself into anything you don't want to do. So yeah, hope that helped pile 1. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And I shall now move on to pile 2, which I believe was... Oh, just drop me earring, hang on. It's a professional reading, you know, honestly. Right. I do believe... Wasn't pile 2 the Amethyst and Swarovski? Or was it pile 2? Well, this is pile 2 anyway. I think it was. If it wasn't, I apologise, but I think it was. So, pile 2. Freedom finance advice to pile 2, please, Spirit. I'm just going to shuffle the decks for you now. Cards are still a bit stiff, trying to do my shuffle thing, but it's not working. Try not to drop them all. They're bigger than my hands are tiny, and like I can't even pick them up. Come here. Go on. Nice. Okay. Oh. Career and finance advice for pile 1, please, Spirit. Career, finance, business advice. That is quite a lot of cards, Spirit. I think that's a bit too many. Career and finance. Ooh, there we go. 7 of Cups. In the past you've had options. You feel like you've had options and you don't feel like you've got any right now. So you're looking back to the past and thinking, oh, I used to have options, I used to do stuff. You've had a really successful working life in the past as well. You've had lots of good, positive collaborations with other people. This is your workmates in the past. And you had lots of options in the past as well. You feel like your best days are behind you at the moment. This is how you're feeling. You're looking back at your life and going, oh, my best days are behind me, you know. And you had loads of options. You had great colleagues and great workmates. Everything was good. At the moment, yeah, you've got a bit of a delay. You've got a bit of a kind of stagnant period at the moment. This is where you are right now. Hangman. More information, please, Spirit. More cards, please. Further information for pile 2. Pile 2's energies, please. Oops, thank you. 6 of Cups. You're looking back to the past. You've got a lot of nostalgia about you. You're looking back on your life and your relationships and the people that were important to you at the moment as well. You're in a bit of a quiet period. You've got your home life as well. You're kind of stable, 4 of Wands. Death card. Some things have come to an end though. Feels like maybe you've lost a job or something. It's possible you've lost a job. You're feeling like an emperor. This is you. I'm picking up on a masculine energy in this pile, so you might be a masculine watching this. Or somebody who embodies masculine energies, but this is you. You feel like you were this. You're looking back over your life. It's like as if you are retiring or close to retiring, or you have retired, or you've left your original career path and you're feeling kind of despondent, you don't know what to do next. So it's like as if you've left something, or something's ended. You've left a job, you've left a career that maybe you loved. Now, some of you may have left because of the COVID mandates, and then I'm just wondering now, because I'm thinking, well, normally, this is a career in finance reading meant to be for people who are actively working, like in the workforce, in a way, not like retirees type of thing. So I'm feeling almost a retiree energy from this. Like somebody who's just retired and is wondering what to do next, or they've maybe left a job, left a long-term position or something, a career that they've had, and a long, extensive career behind them, and they've left it for some reason. And for most people, that's when people are retiring or close to retiring or towards the end of the life, but the working life, not the life. It's morbid, Jenny. But this feels like almost like, you're almost quite young. This could actually apply to those of you who've maybe had to leave your careers because of the mandates that were around lately. Maybe those who are nurses or, doctors and, people who've had really good careers behind them, and then the companies have gone into the sort of the mandate side of things and you've had to leave your career. So this could actually apply to some of you who are watching about that. So you're the group that come to mind more recently. You wouldn't be traditional retirees, you'd be younger, but leaving careers that you've loved, maybe being forced out of your career because of the vaccine mandates and that. That's kind of a group that I'm seeing. I really hope YouTube doesn't get a comment with me for mentioning that, but it's like hard to tell these days, isn't it? But it does feel like that. It feels like you've had to leave a career that you loved, or your best days are behind you. You wonder what to do next. You wear this emperor. You're very successful. I'm picking up on a very strong masculine energy watching this, who this might particularly resonate for. But obviously, the feminines are you also count as well. So this is where you're at right now. You're looking back over your life and your friendships and your relationships, and you're feeling nostalgic. There's a sadness about this pile as well. There's a sadness here. You've got your stable home, you've got your home life, you've got a family or a home life. I feel like you've got a family. Particularly for this masculine, it feels like you've got a family, whoever's watching. And now you're kind of like stepping out into the unknown, the Fool, yeah. So it feel like you've had to leave a job that you love for whatever reason. It could be family responsibilities, or it could be to do with the current situation, with the pandemic situation. But I feel as if something's come to an end, an abrupt end, you've had to leave it. Could be for health reasons, could be, maybe your health or someone else's. So there are different reasons why, but normally, I just feel it can be the retirees, but, that's a bit weird in the career even. So yeah, it feels as if you've had to leave something, you're stepping out into the unknown. You've got to find a new path, a new way of being, a new way of doing things. Even your identity has been challenged, because this is who you were. This is you in your career, this is you. You're very successful, very strong. You may have a Queen of Cups around you if you are the masculine that's coming up here. This could be your wife. She may not be a water sign, but you've got someone with you, you've got a woman around you. This could be a wife figure. So there is a very specific masculine energy reading here, it's as if a man's watching about this and it's affecting him. As if a man's watching. The Devil, the Three of Cups, the Judgment card, the Ace of Swords. You're really going for it as well. So, you're determined to make this work. You're a very strong person, so you're the Emperor there. So whether you're the masculine that I'm referring to, which I feel this reading's particularly for, or if you're, a masculine or feminine watching generally, this may also resonate with. You're a very strong, powerful energy, very strong, powerful energy, and you're going for it. The Devil, you're taking the Devil on head first. You're really going for it. This is you. You're determined. Determination. You're passion. And you're going to try and develop those new relationships and go out there and network and do what you've got to do. And you've made a decision. You made a judgment. You're very absolute in what you want to do. And the Ace of Swords is clarity. You're going forward with this sword. You're right. So you're taking the bull by the horns, essentially. Or the devil by the horns, in a way. You're really going for it. That's what I heard. You're really going to go for this new way of being, this Fool. The Fool is tame compared to all these cards here. And the really powerful cards. You're really going to go out there and make an effort and try and change things, try and move forward, try and make the best of the situation and find your new path. You're really going headlong along your new path in a really strong way. So this is a very it's by virtue of your own energy that you're going to do this. You know, the outcome is going to be because of you. You're very, very self-motivated and self-directed. You're very, very powerful as a person. Very strong. And there's that love there as well, the Page of Cups, you know. You've got someone around you who really loves you. So I feel like you've got a very loving partner around you, a very loving energy. Who's supportive of you. It feels like partner energy for many of you. And the Hierophant is coming out. The Hierophant's going to support you. You're going to get help from the structure or from society. Some sort of civil or societal structure is going to help you. I feel like you're old souls as well. You've been around for a long time. I feel as if, like, you know, you've reincarnated many times. So you were around when, you know, our civilization was established. So all these structures in our society now, in the Western society, I feel as though as souls, you were around when all that was established as well. So you're part of almost the fabric of Western life. So civilization and governments and structures and things like that, they'll support you because you've kind of got past life links and connections to the establishment of those structures, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, you know, you're not afraid of, you know, powers that be or the governments or anything like that. You know, you're okay with civil structures, is what I'm hearing. Civil structures you're connected with. And the civil structures will help you. You have faith in them. You have a good connection with them. So you're going to be helped by civil structures. You're going to be assisted by them. Yeah, you're not like sort of, you're not at odds with them in any way. You're a very strong, powerful person. Very strong, powerful energy. Whoever this resonates with. Whether you're masculine or feminine, but as I say, I'm picking up on strong masculine energy or Emperor energy. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups reversed, but like you've got like, I think you might be worried about your family actually. You're worried about, you're not feeling very good. You don't feel that way. You don't feel powerful. In yourself, you're feeling a bit crap and despondent, even though you're going to take this head first in a cognitive, surface level way. Emotionally, you're feeling quite broken. You're not feeling very good. You're not feeling very confident. You're worrying. You're feeling a bit heartbroken by everything. So whatever this is, it's really, really hurt you on the emotional level. But you're very, very determined and stubborn, and you're very, very hard working. You're determined to put the work in. 8 of Pentacles there. You're really determined to go for it. Oops, 2 of Wands. You're not ready to move on yet or move forward yet. You don't want to disrupt things too much. It could be that you're wanting to leave your relationship, or it might involve the breakup of a relationship as well. You know, if you do take this other path, the 2 of Wands reversed, it's like you don't want to leave. You've got to leave something and you don't want to. So whereas pile 1 was like about, you know, feeling forced to enter something that you didn't want to, you feel like you're being forced to leave something that you didn't want to leave behind. And it's going to change everything about your life. It's changed your whole life, including your career. So if it's a relationship, it might have had some sort of burden on your career as well, and who you were. You know, maybe as a husband and father. I keep on hearing this masculine. Like it's had a burden on you, who you are as a husband and father. It's going to change everything. So it could be that you're leaving your relationship behind, and you don't want to. You don't want to leave, but you know you've got to. So for some of you, I'm picking up a relationship with this card here as well. Not just career. And you're taking time out to find out. You need to relax. You're sort of like this. You're trying to figure out what to do next. You're really quite emotionally upset. We've got the 5 of Cups as well. Yeah, I'm trying to that up. But you also have confidence that you'll find justice. And again, it's like this confidence in the system as well, in the civil structures I mentioned before. You feel confident that you'll find justice. So some of you might be going through a divorce. I'm picking up as well for another group. So, you know, you might be going through a divorce, and you know, but you're a very strong person. And you know, your life has been disrupted that way. So your career life has been disrupted for some reason. Maybe you co-owned a business with your partner